NBA in-season tournament. First game, Friday, November 3rd. It will go until the championship on Saturday, December 9th. With the semifinals being Thursday, December 7th, and that will be held in Vegas. The rest of the in-season tournament will be played in home arenas, is what I've seen.
Okay.
And it will consist of group play and knockout rounds. So group play, all 30 teams have been randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference based on win-loss records from the 2022-2023 season.
So they're based on win-loss records
from last year.
Last year. That's how
so
they
that's how so they put them into 5 hats pretty much, right? They group these teams together like teams that finished 1 through 3 in the East, and then the teams that finished in the bottom 3 in the East are in a different bag. They draw one team from each bag, and that's a group. Because there's 5 teams and there's 5 different breakups of it. 3 different teams in each bag.
So you get a little shitty with a little good?
Yes. So that way you get an even balance of not just like your top 2 teams are going to play against each other in the group stage, and one of them is going to get eliminated. Theoretically, this is based off of their 2022-2023 season, so you could see teams that
I understand what they're going for here.
Yeah. So they will each play 4 games. And those games will be within their group. And then to advance the knockout round, you have to be a winner of those groups. So there will be 8
groups.
So there's 3 groups in each conference. So that's 6 teams that will go through there.
5 teams of 3.
And then 2 wild cards. Yeah, because there's 15 teams. So there's 3 teams and 5 different bags that they draw to pick the groups.
So the final 6 go on.
Final 8, because you get your 6 group winners, and then you get one wild card from each conference. Gotcha. And that wild card team has to finish in second place in their group. And there are tiebreaker scenarios that go all the way down to the unexpected that they don't think will happen.
Okay.
So those teams will play a single elimination tournament. You lose one, you're out. And it'll go till they compete. The qualifying teams will compete for a prize pool and the new in-season tournament trophy, the NBA Cup. All 67 games across both stages of the in-season tournament will count towards the regular season standings, except for the championship game. Each team will continue to play 82 regular season games in the 2023-2024 season, including those that are part of the group play and the knockout rounds.
But the championship game's an extra game?
Yes.
It's an extra game.
Would be an extra game.
2 teams would play
83 games. And that game would not count towards their record. Only 82 of them would.
Okay. So what's that prize? What's the prize for winning this?
It just says a prize pool and the NBA Cup, as that I'm finding right now. That's on the official NBA website.
Prize pool.
Yes. My guess is it
like a lot of money?
It's going to be money, probably. Yeah, a good amount of money that you're going to split between the team that wins it. Both teams that play in the championship are probably going to have a share part of. Maybe I don't know how they're going to break it down. Like if second place gets some money,
second place can get some.
Share
the love here. Yeah,
because this is to incentivize competitive balance early on in the NBA season. It is to get interest brought to the beginning part of the season instead of just having it there at the latter part. I think it's a great idea. It's not adding any wear and tear theoretically, except for teams' stars will actually play those games, hopefully.
Yeah.
You really hope that you'll
get that.
Yeah, because it seems cool. And it is a good ramp up too, because it's not going to take away from their typical Christmas Day showdowns that they run, this could help just bring more
So-
attention to those.
Yeah, I get why you'd want to do it, right? To yeah, definitely drive up interest at this time of the year. Keep stars on the court
Yeah.
when they're having issues with teams just sitting them for rest.
Yeah, and I
right?
mean-
fans getting upset that they didn't get to see their favorite player or the person that they actually showed up for, which is fair. So yeah, that's I get why they're doing it, man.
So
And it's like, a little over a month long. Now the scheduling is going to be very interesting.
yes,
So you have
do
to
you
be,
do you want to hear the
Hey, real quick,
groups?
let me rate on this parade real quick.
sure, yeah, go for it.
So, let's go to the extremes of both ends. Number one, unless there is a massive like this has got to be a huge prize pool because basketball players make a big paycheck.
Yeah, they do.
So this prize pool's got to be insane
Right. That's what
Dude.
that's
for them to give any more of a shit. And don't count on the prestige of winning that tournament or a trophy like being an incentive either,
Right.
because nobody's gonna brag about having won that shit if they
yeah,
don't.
nobody cares about being mid-season champion.
Yeah.
Or not even like first quarter
Exactly.
champion.
You're gonna get clowned on if you try and brag
True.
about that. Okay, but let's say this does work out and people like this, then if a team goes and wins that tournament and the championship, it's gonna add undue weight to their championship. Like it's gonna make it seem like they had the best, that team was the best ever. And I don't think that I don't necessarily like that situation either.
Nah,
Maybe it's exactly what's going to get thrown around if it happens.
maybe if if this thing does last long enough, I don't think that's gonna happen at first.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't think anybody's gonna give a damn at first, but maybe if it goes on long enough, they're gonna be like, oh, here's the teams that were able to win, the midseason and the final championship.
Yeah. See, I still
You're
don't,
right.
I still
It
don't see the
could-
reason for teams to risk their players' health.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna put it above the 96 Bulls of being more important than total wins, but
Hey,
guess it really
I'm
helps
just-
total wins.
No, but I'm just good. But like any championship would get, I think, falsely elevated because they also want a mid-season tournament thing.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Possible,
who really you don't often compare championships. I mean, I guess some people do, but
Does the NBA have divisions or is it just conferences?
Yeah, they have
they
divisions.
technically have divisions. They don't
do.
matter, but
So they already had groupings, right?
They had those, but this year's a more competitive balance of grouping because, I mean, one division has two teams that finished in the top 5 or top. They had the number 2 and number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, maybe they should just do conferences.
That's what it's being broken
Basically,
up into different groups per the conference to kind of,
oh, you mean for the tournament?
yeah. We'll see how it goes because I think that you'll see, at the very least, you're going to see those young teams actually go out there and really try to show out because there's a lot of teams that don't get a lot of TV time, like the Timberwolves.
That's what I felt like this is going to turn into, is just a young guy tournament.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I think that it'll show
Yeah,
some
we'll
growth
already-
from.